Okay boys, here is what goes down. This was an instant message conversation with Catherine. In summary, it sucks. As a prelude, I basically blew my asshole out. I got an external hemorrhoid from straining too hard. Last Saturday I bet Josh Ring that if he could simply do 50 push-ups then I would pay for his drinks that night. He quickly declined. I amended the bet. Josh would do as many push-ups as he could manage, and then I would double his number. If I could accomplish this feat then Josh would pay for my drinks, and I, in turn, would pay for his, if I could not. Josh optimistically accepted. He stepped up to the plate and ripped out a meager 28. Before you ask, no, there was not a refrigerator on his back. Josh simply has the upper body of a pre-puberty boy child. To be honest, it was at least triple the amount I thought his bony arms could manage. But wait, my turn. I stretched my weapons and ripped out 56, like a motherfucking stallion. Then, being the showman that I am, I decided to bust a one-armed push-up as a bonus 57th. I busted it alright, but that was definitely not all that I busted. This is the story of my first, extremely reluctant, trip to the proctologist.
Okay babe, tell me what happened. Did everything go okay?
Well, the doc instructs me to get in the room, take off my clothes, and wait. Well, there was no robe, no blanket, nothing. You know I live by the motto, act like you have been there before. I didn't want to seem like an amateur. So I get buck naked, and just sit there like a dickhead. It turns out the dumb cunt job of an assistant forgot to put a robe out for the kid. So I am sitting on the bench, like a jerk, buck naked, with my cock totally hanging out.
I told you about the robe. I am crying right now.
Yeah. Absolutely no robe in sight. And believe me, I scoured that fucking room. So keep in mind I am sitting on the examination table totally naked, facing the door. Then, in walks the doc, and the assistant. I think now is an appropriate time to disclose that she was, by far, the hottest chick I have ever seen in New York. Well, besides you. She is like, my bad. And grabs a blue fucking blankie out of a closet. I then stood up and dressed myself in front of both of them as they tried their hardest not to burst into laughter.
OMG. So she saw your dinghy?
Oh yeah. She could draw you an exact replica of my sheet right now. But that wasn't my concern. She saw way more than that. The doc tells me to lay on my side with my ass hanging off the side, and to bring my knees to my chest. This is when my worst fears start to come to fruition. He says, "Are you having fun yet?" My reply, "Not at all." The assistant has a sharp focus directly on my brown eye. Of course I could not see her eyes looking at it because she was directly behind me. But my poop chute could definitely feel her stare beam. He then spreads my ass cheeks and is like, "Oh yeah, that is a perianal hematoma." He touches it and is like, "Is this it?" I say, "If it is a sack of blood hanging off my ass shall then yes, it is." That was an exact quote, by the way. I was obviously a little annoyed with the situation and was far removed from my comfort zone. Then he says that the best strategy is to do nothing, blah blah blah. But he wants to check internal. Then he lubes up and shoves his finger hard right up my chocolate factory. He says, "Ah yes, it feels great." Is that weird? I thought it was weird. I would not assume that is an appropriate comment to say while your finger is up another dude's boy pussy.
Wow. I am so sorry babe. Well, let's look at the positives. At least you have had your cornhole cherry popped.
Wait. Unfortunately there is more. The doc then says that he needs to shove a camera up my anal canal so he can take a look-see. Which he promptly did.
I knew they were going to scope you.
Yes. I would like to personally thank you for the heads up on that one. Jesus H. Christ. Anyway. Extremely painful. Extreme pain. Extreme. He actually blew air in me through the camera so I would open up. Catherine, please believe me when I say that it took every ounce of energy and strength not to blow a fart right in his fucking face. I mean, my beehole was quivering like a scared pussycat trying to hold in a hellacious demon fart. Eventually he said it was all good. He then pulled the camera tube out of my ass pipe, grabbed a baby wipe, and wiped my turd squirter ever so gently, like a gentleman would. The end. I left the office violated. Feeling dirty? In need of a shower and a good cry. I couldn't even muster the courage to immediately jump on the subway and return to work. I roamed around Lexington Avenue trying to contemplate what the fuck just happened.
OMG. I really can't stop laughing. Like, I am shaking at my desk. So the assistant was in the room the entire time?
Oh yeah, that was obviously the worst part.
So awkward.
Just observing. Fuck.